Welcome to the Top 10 Michael Jackson Live Interesting Facts for Die Hard fans, number 2. Welcome, Michael Jackson fans. Thank you for your input and your emails with regarding my first Top 10 Interesting Michael Jackson Live videos. Please comment underneath because you're emailing me, but some of you aren't commenting. So please go ahead. We are now going to do part 2. So this is for Eagle Eye fans. So you may know some of these, and if you do, congratulations. But if you don't, I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe. We've got so much more to come. Number 10. Michael Jackson paid for the Dangerous Tour. Yes, Michael Jackson paid money out of his own pocket for the Dangerous Tour. He put so much money into the production that he has to pay extra for it. The first leg of the History Tour, Michael Jackson made a loss. He made a small profit on the second leg of the History Tour. I don't know if that's because of the changes, but if you look, there's one less singer, there's several less dancers, and it was taken over by Prince Al-Walid bin Talal's people, and they turned it into a profit, apparently. So Michael Jackson's productions are so crazy that he pays money to put on a great show. And then the idea is that you sell more albums, and then you make money that way. Number 9. You may have noticed in the Dangerous Tour that one of the most magnificent endings to a show ever, Michael Jackson straps into a jetpack and he flies out of the stadium. Well, we'll talk more about that later. However, did you know that that didn't happen on all of the Dangerous Tour? On many parts of the second leg, Michael Jackson just walked off the stage. There was no man in the mirror and there was no jet man flying off. Take a look at Argentina. Heal the World was the last song. He walked off and that was that. So not everybody on the Dangerous Tour got to see Michael Jackson fly out of the stadium. Number 8. This is quite interesting and you need to be really eagle-eyed to see this one. On the inside of Michael Jackson's jacket that he wore for the introduction of the 2001 Madison Square Garden shows, on the inside there's approximately an A4-ish size plaque with a dedication to Michael Jackson, congratulating him on 30 years. And you can take a look on the HD footage, you can just see the corner. And if you take a look at the photographs, the HD photographs, you can see it pretty clearly when he throws his jacket. So he has a dedication on the inside of that jacket from Michael Bush and his costume team. Number 7. Michael Jackson didn't actually perform Beat It or Working Day and Night on quite a few shows in the second leg of the Dangerous Tour. So what that means is that he didn't use the crane. The crane on some of the shows wasn't part of the show. So the iconic Michael Jackson on the cherry picker wasn't there. However, he did use the crane for Black or White on some shows, and on other shows he just didn't do Beat It or Working Day and Night, and he didn't even have a crane. For example, in Argentina there was no crane at all, and no Beat It, and no Working Day and Night. One of the reasons for that is that they added Dangerous in, that Michael Jackson was suffering from exhaustion and it was a very tough time for him. So they're very strenuous songs, obviously, especially Beat It and Working Day and Night. So he reduced the length of the show. Now you might look at the length of, for example, the Argentina footage and say, but it's the same length. Well, it's not. He had longer gaps and more video footage in those shows. So he reduced the performance time by cutting out those songs, because probably due to exhaustion. Number 6, Greg Phillinganes, the amazing pianist, was the musical director of the Dangerous Tour. However, he wasn't the musical director for the whole tour. There's many shows that he did not go to. He did not perform in Moscow. He wasn't part of the show in Moscow. In addition to that, other shows in the second leg. I actually don't have an answer for that one right now. Maybe I'll get back to you about that one. In addition, there was no Jennifer Batten for many shows in the second leg, which for me is shocking because Jennifer Batten is just the best and she can't be touched. I mean, simple as that. And any guitarist on any tour. So those two players, regulars, weren't part of some of Michael Jackson's shows. Number 5. So those of you who have watched Michael Jackson's history tour in Munich, may have noticed that Michael Jackson actually asked Wayne Nagin, his security, to remove a bug from the stage. It's quite funny, actually. I think that was Michael having fun. And the security came on and he removed the bug from the stage. Fun part of the show. There were parts of the shows that weren't broadcast so widely, and one of the parts of the shows in that exact moment is Michael Jackson following around the gentleman who sweeps the stage behind him, trundling along like this. It's quite a lot of fun. Check it out if you can. Number 4. So check out the Dangerous Tour in Bucharest and you'll see an amazing stage. You're going to see a 2-stage structure, and basically one stage goes up. He can dance up here and other stuff can happen down below. It's pretty cool, actually, especially for Thriller. However, this was not used on the whole of the Dangerous Tour. In most of the shows, maybe all of the shows, in the second leg of the Dangerous Tour, there was only one stage, so there was no split stage. So Michael just performed as he would on the History Tour, for example. However, on the first leg of the tour in Frankfurt, there also was not a split stage, so it wasn't just a second leg. There could be a variety of reasons for this, but it's probably a logistical reason. For example, he had lots of stages going around and maybe they didn't have time to construct the full double stage in time. Maybe the stadia couldn't fit the certain dimensions. There's a variety of reasons that it could happen. So it depends what show you saw. You would have seen a different stage configuration. Number 2, Michael Jackson Teddy Bear. If you look at The Way You Make Me Feel in the Zaragoza concert, you'll see that when he's performing with the girl, somebody throws a teddy bear on the stage and Michael Jackson ignores it, but she doesn't. She picks it up and throws it off the stage. Now, a little bit of information about that video. It's commonly thought that it's from Zaragoza because the footage zooms in on Zaragoza, on the sign. And it's also got footage from Prague, and it's also got other select footage, including Stranger in Moscow. However, let me reveal where that footage is from. And if you're a Michael Jackson fan, you might know what I'm talking about now. That footage is not from Zaragoza. That footage was taken from a Bob Jones production, and it was called Sony Wild Reel. It was given to the Michael Jackson insiders from the record company as basically a representation of the first leg of the tour for press as well. So it was called Sony Wild Reel. It was an actual, we had one with an actual Sony sticker on it, and it had footage from all over the place. Now my guess, if I was going to guess, I would say Adelaide. A lot of that footage is from Adelaide. That's just my guess. But it's not from Zaragoza. So there you go, a little bit of information for you. Number 2. Michael Jackson's Dangerous Tour opening night in Munich. Now, I've wrote an article quite comprehensively on this one. However, a couple of things. Number 1, the keys of the songs, for several of them, were different. They were in a higher key. Wanna Be Starting Something and Beat It, especially. So Michael went with the original keys and he started singing and wow, he realized, woo, this is high. And he found it difficult to reach those notes on that opening night. After that, they lowered it. Number 1. So this is the number 1 top 10 Michael Jackson live interesting fact for diehard fans, part 2. And here goes. Michael Jackson History Tour live in Auckland. You will see that during Dangerous, that Michael Jackson, he dropped his hat off his head accidentally when he did a move. However, something else is interesting in Dangerous. You will notice that the dancer does not flip during the choreography. When Michael throws the dancer, there is no dancer to throw on this concert. Why do you think that is? I will tell you. Because if you look at The Way You Make Me Feel, you will see the towels on the stage. It is raining. So it's a health and safety issue, which is why there was no flip. I've got some other information with regards to other shows where incidences like that happened, but we're going to get to that next time. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. We've got so much more to come. We've got more to come this week with Michael Jackson rehearsals, and see you soon.